I've been using New Year's themes for about 3 years now. I learned about the concept from a guy's YouTube channel named CGP Grey. I'll put a link to that channel in the show notes because I think you guys will really like it. He's taught me a lot, and I think it's a really great channel for a lot of information in general. Shout out Miss Anninson, ninth grade history class, for showing me that channel. I really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. So that's what I learned about New Year's themes, and the thing that I like about them is if I have a New Year's resolution and I fail, I break the resolution like 3 weeks in or 2 days in, as we're all aware can happen frequently. Then I'm done. I just like Vikings fans know, there's always next year. I just start again next year if I want to try it, and whatever. The 11 months are shot. But for a New Year's theme, it's a little different. You can always come back to it at any point in the year. Anytime you feel like you're not living up to it, you come back to that word or that phrase, and you try to live it again. You try to practice it again, and I think it's really helped me, and kind of it does in a weird way, at least because our brains are pattern seeking, and even if I might not be there, we definitely notice them. I notice the ways in which my theme kind of shapes the way I go through the world, and kind of can shape my perspective on the year as well. So, looking back at last year, my theme was the year of the grind. I wanted to lose weight. I was overweight and like the way that I felt or looked. So I wanted to grind. I want to get back on the grind that I used to be in when I was in like a high school athlete mode, and I was just always grinding. I wanted to read more and write more, and I didn't want to like be a grinder. I'd seen the play Hamilton, and I loved the way Alexander Hamilton was just like always reading and always writing, and it was just, like there's that song, like, oh, do you write like you're running out of time? I loved it, and I was so jealous of him. I wanted to grind like that. And then I started law school, and I had like plenty of opportunity to grind. I had plenty of opportunity to read and write and lose weight because I was so stressed all the time, and I was just grinding, and not taking care of my body. And then I started looking at when I was reflecting on this past year, I started thinking about like, what does that word mean? Like grind. I was like, oh, like grinding things together. Like, I don't know. Like that's not like it's not like a great way to like, be functional in the world. When things are grinding in your car, it's not like great, bad things tend to happen after that grinding begins. So then I was really intentional about how I thought about this theme for the new year. I definitely wanted things that were gonna capture my desire to be better, my desire to work harder at times, my desire to work smarter at times. But I also wanted something that wasn't going to have like a results focused connotation, right? And the word that I came to a lot was growth. I was like, oh, I like growth. I want to grow. Growing is always good, like even in difficult circumstances, growing is good. And so that's like nice. Then I felt like, okay, well, what if I just didn't like how it put the focus on an outcome, right? Like I have to be growing, be doing something, and I'm like, sometimes I need to remind myself that life isn't just about movement and the next step and the outcome that you're looking for. Sometimes life is just about like being and like chilling and relaxing and like and having time to like decompress and like compartmentalize the different aspects of your life. So I didn't like it, but I couldn't find any word that was better. A bunch of conversations with my girlfriend, my mom, and just like other people in my life, and I ended up getting to this word. This came from my girlfriend first, so thanks, Brooke. Much love to you. But she gave me this word, and it just totally like it hit, and it was just great. And that's alignment. So that's the word that I like for the year. That's my yearly theme for 2023, the year of alignment for me. And what that means for me are a few different things, right? So first of all, there are alignment between desires of who I want to be, of what I want to be, and my actions in the world. There's like a doing aspect of alignment, right? So I want to align my actions in the world with the actions that I think I should take, in order to be the person that I want to be, or to just do the things that I want to do, right? So one of them is making videos. I love making videos. They feel great, but I always put different things in front of making videos, like just like scrolling on my phone for like hours for no reason. Like, why do I do that? I don't know. That's not in alignment with my deep desires or my stated desires of what I want my life to look like if I could just snap my fingers. So that's one thing. Aligning my actions with the actions that I actually want to be doing. Another one is our alignment physically, right? Like physically, like getting my body in alignment, right? Like, yoga. In yoga, something that's very good for us all. Posture is huge, and I spend a lot of time on my computer. I spend a lot of time reading, and I kind of like end up looking like this a lot, like creaked over. It's just like, getting neck cracks already because I'm just like typing. Everything's just scrunched in. It's just like, it's not good. Okay. Like my hands hurt, my wrists hurt, my neck hurts, my eyes hurt, everything hurts. And so physical alignment is huge for me too, right? Being able to go out and walk, take standing breaks, take breaks from any type of work and just doing exercise, doing yoga, where I'm practicing postures that are good for the body, and meditating, which is also a posture that's good for the body, right? Those are all things that will help my physical alignment over the next year that I'm going to continue to practice. And then also there is like a mental and a spiritual alignment, which has kind of like two aspects to it. There's like a spiritual alignment that is like doing things that like recharge me, that like make me feel good after I'm doing them. These include meditation, writing, making videos, creating things that I like. I like to paint a lot. And breathing, just kind of focused breathing, where I'm not focused on the things in my mind, but I'm more just focused on just like being in the experience that I'm at, and enjoying that experience, or just, experiencing it without putting much label onto it. That's a spiritual alignment. That's good. There's another aspect to a spiritual alignment that's important to me, which is like the moral spirituality that I'm kind of experiencing, right? So these can be little things, right? These can be like going back to the actions that I want to take. So when I'm like stressed about schoolwork and I take too long to get off Twitter and I'm just like scrolling through because I just don't feel like I can do anything, that in a weird way has this like moral, like guilt, shame, good, bad complex to it that I don't like to put too much weight on that because I don't think it's helpful to like just like beat yourself up over like not being perfect, right? But there is this way in which like you should trust like certain intuitions you have about what's right and wrong in your life, and I think that you feel better when aligning I feel like I feel better anyway when aligning my actions with the feelings that I get afterward when I say that's good rather than that's bad. Those are like small things like that, but there's also like deeper things like, wanting to, when I'm talking to somebody that I know or I love, really being there with them, not trying to, run away and, not give them the time of day. Or if it's like my mom's on the phone, I'm like, oh, well, I could just like look at Twitter, or, I can just like multitask and not really fully pay attention to what she's saying. Or, I'm talking to my girlfriend and I'm like, also, I'm thinking about 10 other things. And, aligning those things are also kind of like moral, and they seem a little bit bigger to me even than, something like, how I spend my day in terms of school or other things. So aligning my actions, thoughts, patterns in life over the next year with the things that I feel like are good, not just the things that I think I should do, but also like the things that feel good, that I think are good. They have some like intangible, maybe, a type of goodness that I can't even put into words, but they just still feel good. And that's the other kind of spiritual uh, alignment that I want to work toward over the next year. So we've got a few types of alignment, a few types of definitions of alignment, how it's going to work in the next year. We've got aligning just like my actions in the world with what I want them to be in my mind, or what I think they should be when I think about like what um, person I want to be, what lifestyle I want to live. We've got physical alignment in terms of like the health that or the type of my body, the choices that I make, the things that I put into my body, the ways that I use my body in the world, getting my alignment, my posture aligned, et cetera, et cetera. And then we've got like this spiritual alignment, making sure that my actions are in line with what my soul wants, like what's good for my mental state, what's good for my moral feelings, like feeling about my feelings about my moral decisions. And if we can continue to practice that throughout the year, that's the mindset about a theme. If I can continue to practice that throughout the year, by the end of the year in December, on December 31st, I don't know what that's going to look like, but I do know it's going to be like a lot more alignment in my life then than I have today. Whatever that means, whatever that looks like, my life will be very different. Every year, my life seems to change in ways that I did not predict or could not have imagined. But I do know that not putting a New Year's resolution on myself that everything has to be this way by this date, or if it's not, then I failed. I do know that if I can continue to attempt to gain more alignment in my life over the next year, every single day, fail. I've already failed. I've known this is my theme for about 10 days or so, and I've already made mistakes. I've already failed, and I'm like, oh man, that's not in alignment, with what I want out of my life. But I try again, and I continue to try again, and I feel better today than I did on January 1st. And I know that continuing to to create more alignment in my life is going to make me feel better on December 31st of 2023 than I feel on today, January 16th, 2023. So that's my New Year's word. That's my New Year's theme. That's the theme of 2023 for me. And I encourage you to check out look internally, think about what is a theme, what words you would like to guide your year. My recommendations would be avoid words that are outcome focused, and also think about words that feel right to you. Sometimes words are nice. Sometimes words are cool words. Love was a word that came up to me a lot. Oh, I want the year of love. But it's like, it's not really, it's just like, yeah, like always be loving. That's great. If that's the right word for you, for sure, go for it. But sometimes words can be great words, but just not really be the word for you. So look internally. I trust your gut, and you should too. And comment below if you have a word of the year that you thought of, and I would love to hear it. I'd love to read through them. So I encourage you to do that. All right, as always, best from Teklu. Enjoy. I can't wait to see you again next time. Bye.